How heavy here?
190. Same with all of these, 190.
That's like the ultimate guy physique.
Well, it was the best I could do. You know.
So the best you could do was the best in the world. Okay, I got you.
That's subjective opinion.
Well, they crowned you 3 times.
Yeah, I think you might say that for those 3 years.
And there were bigger guys on stage than you.
Yeah.
And you
Well,
still
you know,
beat
I
them.
had it down. I knew the procedure, how to pose and stand and all that. And a lot of these guys were new to it. And so I beat them on experience because I'd been doing it a long time, you know.
It's funny you say
1960.
You say experience, but you were probably one of the most educated guys.
Experience.
Experience finishes it up.
Yeah. And you know, the thing is attention to detail about all the little things. You can't let them go by. Like, for example, where to stand on, how to stand on stage, what to do when you're up there. Don't, you see guys on stage, you're looking around and it just makes you look nervous.
Yeah.
If you see guys looking down, that means you're depressed. Things are looking down for you.
Keep checking the body while you're up
Yeah.
there. Like, oh, am I holding
Hey,
water?
it's-
Am I getting...
It's too late. It's already done. This is it. This is your product. You got to do your best to present it. And if you show any signs of nervousness or lack of confidence, it shows. You tell you that out. So I spent a lot of time preparing mentally before a show. I meditated a lot. I've said my mantra millions of times. I wouldn't let my mind wander. I just kept saying my mantra over and over and over.
What was it, if you can say?
I have a number of two different ones I use. They're Buddhist mantras. The main is called the Nembutsu. It's like the main mantra for Shin Buddhism in Japan. And it just says, says like, hello Buddha, basically. It says that. Nam Amida Butsu in Japan, in Japanese. That's my root mantra. That's my default mantra. I say it a lot.
No, I love that you do that because meditation, again, is... people, I don't think people realize how important it is, yes, to be in the gym and be physical and be a beast, but then also go to the other side and be a peaceful warrior.
Yeah.
And to...
Be tranquil. Cultivate tranquility. You know, I've always lived by that. Conserve energy, that's the thing. All this bodybuilding is all about how to train hard and supersets and get ripped, you know, train twice a day. What about to develop a sense of tranquility about yourself and don't lose all that energy. Save it, conserve energy. It's a big thing, but nobody addresses that.
Nobody addresses it. And I'm so glad. I got tingles because more important to me is what you just said. More important than weightlifting to me.
Yeah.
Is what you just said, because I think, especially today, the kids don't get that aspect of it. And been doing this a while, and I've been doing this a while. And the one thing is that you kept a peaceful road, I guess you would say. You didn't burn out from it.
No, but you know, it's something I learned gradually through the years.
Again, experience.
Yeah, of course. And you know, the older you get, the more tired you get. You know, I'm almost 80 now, so I try to train once a week, whether I need it or not these days.
I'm with you.
Instead of training hard, I'm hardly training.
But you're still doing it.
Yeah.
Because that's one of the questions I have. I trained 10 years with Lou Ferrigno. I trained another 10 years with Robbie Robinson. When I first got here, it's like Ralph Moeller and Tom Plaza was my first training partner. And so I understood and learn, and I'm just a sponge trying to take it all in. But this means I got to do I've been training 43 years, and I got to do another 30 years to hang with you. And what you did, but it is though, because that's what life is. People think it's just like, oh no, it's just about today. Training like a freak today. Don't recover. Don't worry about it. I'll train as hard as I can. But you are recovery, longevity.
Yeah. Well, I think it's about being in the moment when you're doing it. You know, not looking at anything else about what should I be doing. It's what is you're doing is right for the time you're at. And so I think part of it with me was helpful was being on a training cycle all year. There's a time during every year, like from April, May, and June, that I was at a certain stage in my training, more or less training for strength and growth. And then July, August, September, I was training faster for definition, less rest between sets. I pretty much did that the whole time. And I'd always peak in the autumn.
We're going to do this. Do you want to sit down right here? because I'm gonna keep going. Stay with me, Alex, on this, because I think this is the importance here on this. Stay right there. Is that people try to, can I hold this to sit on?
Yeah, you can move that. Watch it doesn't come quite. It's a tool twist.
Oh, there we go. That's mine. That's mine. Because I think one of the big things is people train hard all year long, and you actually did rest a little bit or change the training.
Yeah.
And you can't. And I try to teach people. Tell me how you would talk to somebody, a kid today, saying you can't go 100% all year. You have to train in cycles, in the sense of you train harder, 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 and then right before the show is your hardest training, and you get on stage. Or in a sense, or what would Frank say?
Well, if they're identified with me, I would basically show them how I did it. The thing is, you want to peak. You can only peak once a year. Maybe you could peak twice, but it's not going to be as good. But that one time a year, you can put everything into it. And so what I did was build up for that. You know, basically it was the hardest training. And right after 4th of July, it was, July, August, September, and into October, and I was competing. But before that, after I competed, I'd take a little time off, loosen up my diet a bit, and then I'd specialize on weak points.
What'd you say about diet right there?
Ease up my diet a little bit.
Would that mean no diet, or would it mean just a different type of diet?
There's always a diet. It's just I was eating more carbohydrates in the off season, And
I'm smiling just because
yeah, well,
everything you're saying is 100%, but I don't know why it doesn't translate to society.
That's their problem.
I know, but
all you can do is be an example.
But don't
maybe
you
some
want
people
them
will get
to
it.
be all to enjoy what you've enjoyed?
It's sort of idealistic. I know that's not going to happen because people are at all different levels.
I know.
It's not going to change just because I wanted to or in a short period of time. So one thing I could do is be my own true self. And some people will see that and they'll pick up on it and others won't. But that's the way it works.
I'm learning so much.
Yeah, see, I don't try to change people. I just try to, find something in common with them for one thing. And then show them what works for me. They can apply it to him. Like everybody that comes here, it's a pretty successful program I've been doing since 1980, training people like this in Palm Springs and now here. And basically it's all about showing them how to do the movement correctly. It boils down to that. Once they know that, they can do it.
With the diet and everything.
Yeah.
So go back to the diet. You would change the diet, like you would change your plan. You would slow down a little bit and enjoy the workout, I guess you would say, and do a less percentage of intensity relative to before the show. Because I think the most brilliant thing is elite people realize you can only peak once in a year, maybe twice. For a powerlifting meet or something. But to traumatize, I guess you would say in a sense, because we're stressing our bodies, to be the best in the world for that one moment, it takes a lot of prep.
Yeah, it's all focused on that, and that's my absolute peak for the year. And I know that if I reach that 2 months before or a month before, I'm not going to be able to get it when I really need it. So it's all about that. It's about timing. And it's hard to teach that to people. They just have to find out how it works for them. Because the thing about that is it's always changing too. It sort of depends what kind of shape you're in most of the time. Sometimes you're not in good shape and you have to do a lot to get there. I've been through all those stages. So I think you really have to pay attention to what you're doing and keep track of it and learn from what you're doing. Write your own book.
Experiment.
Nothing but.
Right? We're continuously learning and trying new things. When
you cut there, guys, just 1 second. This is really great.